BUTEAU, music by LMNOP, and your host tonight, Darren CAPOZZI. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Darren CAPOZZI.
Yeah, come on, keep it going, folks. That's all right. Keep it going for these guys. Right? They'll be paying for your titanitis bill later this week. For you people who understand what titanitis is. How we doing, sir? How we doing? We having a good time? We having a good time over here? We here to see Sharon Houston? Huh? Amazing. We got some amazing comics. Thank you for coming out to Hollywood Stands Up. We are live. I'm your host, as you guys know. I was traveling a lot. I just got back from Jersey. Any East Coasters here? You guys will appreciate this. I was home for Halloween. We had like a foot of snow. Town shut down. Crazy. Freezing. I get back to LA. I'm hanging out with a friend who grew up in California. And she's like, we went for coffee. And she's like, oh my God, it's so cold here. Oh my God, it's so depressed. Winter's here. That's not how she talks, but that's the voice I give her. I'm like, it's 65 and sunny in California. It's not cold, right? Do you guys want to know how cold it gets in the East Coast? This is how cold it gets in New Jersey, okay? You'll drop your house keys in the snow and be like, fuck it, I'll get a new house. Start over, a new family. The reason I was home, I went back for my 2010-year high school reunion. And a lot of guys I went to high school with are a lot of Guidos from New Jersey. These Italian guys. One thing I forgot about, these guys can't, two Guidos in the back. One thing I can't remember about these guys, they can't remember any specific important date in their life unless their sports team did something that year. So I'm hanging out with this big Guido from my high school, and I'm like, yo, Vinny, man, how'd you meet your wife? She's gorgeous. He's like, how'd I meet Vanessa? Shit, let's see. It was Game 7, 2001. Yankees versus Arizona. It was the bottom of the ninth. Mariana was having the fucking hardest time closing. Next thing I know, it's a bloop single over Mariano's head. Bada bing, bada bang, Arizona wins the championship. I'm at a strip club. That's where I met Vanessa. A lot of my friends are all tatted up too. These guys are all tats, man. Everyone, do you ever get tattoos? Man, I just think tattoos are getting out of hand. Right? I think people are confusing tattoos with journaling. Used to be simple. You got an anchor and a heart. That was it. This guy was wasted. Some guy in my reunion was wasted. He was like showing off his tattoos. He's like, what's this over here? Well, that's a picture of the Golden Girls, season 1 through 5. Oh, this year, that's the word beach, because I go to the fucking beach every weekend. Oh, this year, that's my grandmother. She died in the 80s. That's why it says, I ain't afraid of no ghost. Every time I go home, though, I always have to go to the Chinese restaurants. I love Chinese food so much, man. I love it. But here's the deal. It doesn't matter if you're in Jersey, California. It's always the same every time you go into order. They are so nice and so complimentary of you, but they're so mean to their own. Like I walk in and I was like, hey, man, can I get a chicken and broccoli and some brown fried rice? Oh yeah, chicken, broccoli, fried rice, so that's a good order. You're a good-looking guy, huh? You exercise, you jog, what do you do? So good-looking guy. Okay, hold on, I get that one. Oh yeah, I saw it one time, I get that for you too. And then you're like, oh my God, I forgot to order a drink. He's gonna fucking kill it. I was watching that show, Hoarders, when I was back home. My mom loves that show. Have you seen the show? Yeah. You love it? Okay, here's the deal. They work a 12-step program. I'm in AA. I'm sober 4 years. Thank you. It's awful. But look, You finally laughed. Is that your laugh? Finally, I got you. Christ, it was like 7 minutes in. Ha! 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 Yeah, man, you look like you can do hate crime later. What's up, bro? only serious. Yeah, they work a 12-step program, right? I don't understand it. Okay, I'm in AA, we work a 12-step program. Shouldn't it be 2 steps? Pick it up and fucking throw it out? Right? And they call it a disease. Last time I checked, it's not a disease. If a hefty bag can cure it. That's all I'm saying. I have a question for you. Can I sue Adele if she writes another song about my life? Like, she follow me around with a fucking camera? I have a gift, ladies and gentlemen. You want to know what it is? Cool. Yeah. Well, it's like a superpower. I have a superpower. I call it a superpower. I can't bend steel, but my superpower is I pee next to really famous people. I'm going to give you a short list of dudes. Ready? George Clooney. Yeah, all right. Jack Nicholson. Huh? Rosie O'Donnell. Couple of dudes. And most recently, I peed next to David Caruso. Everyone knows who David Caruso is, of course, CSI Miami. All right, so I'll set the scene. So I'm in, it's like a 2-stall. He walks in, I'm like, oh my God, superpower activate, you're gonna pee next to another one. So I kind of look at him and go, hey man, love your show. And he kind of does this like, hey. And he was like, I'm just weird. He's like, thanks, guy. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe how weird and creepy he is. I can't believe his outside voice sounds like my inside voice. And as I'm leaving, I'm like, yo man, seriously, kudos to you. At the urinal, he goes, hey guy, come here a second. So I was like, am I about to blow David Caruso? Like in my head, I'm like, well, I jerk him off for a recurring guest spot. I paid my SAG dues for like 2 years. And as I get next to him, he pulls out his wallet. I'm like, okay, if he pulls out a condom, it is go time. Okay, and you guys ready for this? Inside his wallet, I kid you not, he had about, no money, no cash, 65 of these. It's a headshot from himself from CSI Miami. He laminates it. And he pre-signed it, he doesn't have time. I was like, fuck you dick, you're rich, give me $100. So I blew Caruso. One person, you guys like that? Alright guys, before I introduce these acts, we having a good time so far? Yeah! You guys are great. I'm recently single. Yeah, thank you. And don't you say anything. So I did online dating. Right out of the gate, I met this girl. Perfect on paper. I was like, this online dating's easy, right? We decided to have a coffee meet and greet. First thing out of her mouth when she sees me, she goes, oh my God, seriously? You're so skinny. You're so much skinnier than your picture. You're like manorexic. I was like, well, you got no tits. What's that make you? Bublemic? But she's hot and I'm shallow, so I continued the date. So we're walking and we're talking. We pass this McDonald's. I'm like, hey, do you want to go in there real quick and get something? She's like, oh my God, seriously? Do not tell me you go in there. That's such the deal breaker. In my head, I think the deal breaker was when you called me manorexic. So I was like, nah, I want to be cool. I was like, nah, I'll go in there. She's like, ew, it's so gross. Like, hey, what's on that menu? I'm like, I don't know. Hamburger, cheeseburger, double cheeseburger, quarter pounder, double quarter pounder with cheese, Big Mac, big and tasty with cheese, filet, fish, McChicken, McRib, cream chicken classic sandwich, grilled at crispy, cream chicken club sandwich, grilled at crispy, ranch snack wrap, grilled at crispy, honey mustard snack wrap, grilled at southern style crispy chicken sandwich, plain. Half meal hamburger, half meal cheeseburger, half meal 4-piece of nuggets, Mighty Kids meal 6-piece, Mighty Kids meal double cheeseburger. There's French fries, small, medium, large chicken McNuggets, 4, 6, 20-piece chicken select, 5, 3-piece. You know. Sometimes I get healthy and get a salad, premium chicken pasta salad, grilled crispy, premium bacon salad, grilled crispy ranch salad, grilled crispy. Sometimes on a hot day I'm parched and like to get a drink, Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, Iced Tea, Power Red, Sonia, Magic Coffee, and iced. But if we get up early, get some breakfast. English muffins, sausage, macaroni, biscuit, bacon, egg, chips, hotcakes, and sausage, scrambled eggs. You know? But sometimes I have a sweet tooth and I like to get to some dessert. Fruit, yogurt, parfait, kitty cone, apple chip, chocolate chip, thick shake, vanilla chip, thick shake, strawberry chip, thick shake, McFlurry, and Laura, cookie, apple pie, McDonald's cookies on the fucking menu. Yeah. Wow. Hey. She looks at me, she goes, "Oh my God, this is over. You totally work there." I was like, "Nope. Burger King, Whopper, double Whopper, triple Whopper." You guys ready to start the show? Huh? All right. This first lady is amazing. You've seen her on Comedy Central, Little Late Late Show, Craig Ferguson, and Chelsea Lately. Everyone, put your hands together for Michelle BILOON.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna have to play that twice. You realize that? There's 2 Michelles on the show. How's everybody doing tonight? Awesome, what a great crowd. Fantastic, I love it. My name is Michelle BILOON. BILOON is my real last name, everybody. It's not a stage name, I didn't choose it. Okay? I'm not that kind of ridiculous. It's my real last name. And one time I was at the Greyhound bus station. I was buying a bus ticket, and the Greyhound lady looked down at my credit card, and she's like, "BILOON, I bet you got teased a lot as a kid." "Yeah, ma'am. You work at the Greyhound station." "I bet you got teased a lot this morning." Oh, now you're on her side? Is that how it works? Gang wars in here? I wanted to buy myself a new pair of sunglasses, so I went to the sunglass hut and I picked out a pair of Ray-Ban Aviators, you know, pretty hip. Yeah, right? They're super cool. I was real excited. And the chick there was helping me, and she said, "Okay, I want to make sure these fit you. So put them on and look down at the ground, and so we see if they don't fall off because they're made of glass, and then they'll shatter. So we got to make sure they fit on your face." And I looked at her and I was like, "Ma'am, I don't need to do that because I have a gargantuan head. The glasses will be fine." And she goes, "Oh, everybody comes in here and says their heads are ugly." Yeah, that's not what I said. I don't know, she was like waiting. How can I tell her that her head's ugly? Maybe if she mentions the word head in any context, I'll let her know. I don't think I have an ugly head. She works at Sunglass Hut. She got problems. I have a twin sister. She's a lesbian. Hold your applause. Yeah, table smashing is okay. It's rude. I think it's kind of my fault. I'm a little bit of a sexual orientation Svengali. When we were younger, we were watching Katie Lang sing on the Grammys. And I was like, "Oh my God, look at that guy. He is so hot." And she's like, "He is cute. Who is he?" And I was like, "That is a girl. You are gay." We were 7. She's still gay. I have not ungayed her. I have to look at her face and say straight 3 times. I realize that I can't tell the difference between a professional tap dancer and someone who's just pretending to tap dance. Is that a learning disability of some sort? I don't know what's going on. So the corn farmers of America have decided they're sick of the pejorative light that high fructose corn syrup is getting. So they want to change the moniker for that to corn sugar. Yeah, change it to corn sugar. Well, if they get to do that, then I propose that they change vodka to potato water. Doesn't sound like I'm such a drunk. Practically a vegetable. Whenever anybody calls somebody a social butterfly, what they really mean is that person is a raging alcoholic. Oh, that Evelyn, she's such a social butterfly. Quick, fill up her VO17. That's what Evelyn drinks, VO17. Let's see. My twin sister is actually getting married. She's getting married, everybody, in the spring. Yeah. And even though my twin sister is a lesbian, I'm actually 100% against gay marriage, but that's mostly because I don't want to have to wear a bridesmaid tuxedo. So, well, it's not always bad. Let's see here. I live in Hollywood, everybody, which is not like a great neighborhood. It's kind of, it's shifty. It's shifty around here. And where I live, it's particularly bad. We have a real problem with battle rappers. I mean, I cannot walk from my car to my apartment without a group of young thugs in satin jackets waving their hands in my faces, spitting their lyrics at me, demonstrating their breath control. I just want to take back the night. I wish they would rape me, then I wouldn't have to interact. I'm lazy. These kids step to me, that's what they're gonna get this evening. You made a mistake when you chose me to be battling around the so deaf. I call him Marley Matlin. I just want to write an entire battle rap with references to the movie Children of a Lesser God. And hope I come across that specific gang. She just William hurt you. Thank you for being with me to the end of that. You'd think everyone would be with the reference to an 80s Oscar winner, but sometimes people just don't follow me to the end. Recently, a gay friend of mine asked me if I might like to have a child for him and his partner, but I was like, no, I'm not going to have my first baby for you and your partner, forget it. But now I've been thinking about it, and I'm going to actually say yes. The only stipulations being no fertility drugs, no turkey basters, no petri dishes. We are fucking. How bad do you want this baby? I'm gonna give him 5 tries. Because I've had sex enough times without a condom to know that luck is on my side. I think I'm good. When I use the ladies' public restroom, I choose not to. Get ready to gasp, fancy lady in the front. I do not use a paper toilet seat cover. Yeah. I don't use one, and I don't hover above the toilet seat either. I go ass to porcelain. Okay? I'm not afraid. I don't think I'm gonna get Ebola. Do you know why I'm not scared? Because I don't have a gaping ass wound, that's why. That's my preventative measure. I keep this area gaping ass wound free. Recently I was visiting my parents in Sun City, Arizona, and I was playing shuffleboard with my mother because that is how I roll. And my stepfather started to heckle me. He's like, "You're terrible at shuffleboard. You suck." So I just stopped playing. He's like, "Why are you getting so mad? I was just being sarcastic. Are you the only one that's allowed to be sarcastic?" And I was like, "Yeah, kinda." Have we met? Besides, you weren't being sarcastic, you were being a dick. Let me give you a good example of sarcasm. You are an excellent father figure. I love you. Hey, thanks a lot. You guys are awesome. Enjoy the rest of the show, everybody.
One more time for Elemental P and then Michelle BILOON, everybody. She's amazing. All right, you ready for your next comedian? We have another female. This lady, we have seen her on Last Comic Standing, Comedy Central, and Lopez Tonight. Everyone, please welcome Michelle BUTEAU.
Oh my God, give it up for these white boys over here. I want to breastfeed them and smoke weed. Go to Burning Man. Hey, bitches. How y'all doing? Hi, boo. Keep it going for me and my H&M clearance. Hey. What? Camel toe? It's supposed to be a dress. Fuck it. Fuck it. It's supposed to button. Whatever. Whole outfit, $13. Fits over the back fat. Anyways, oh my God, look at all these cute little gay boys in here. What? This is like a meetup for Grindr. What the fuck? I love it. I love to see all this diversity. I get very anxious when I have to go to the rest of the country to travel and fucking do comedy. It ages me. The rest of the country to me looks like the hills have eyes. You see what I'm saying? There's white people with missing teeth and sheds. What the fuck? I do. It makes me anxious. When I get off a plane and I leave my 5-block radius and I land, okay, if I don't see black people, gay people, or smell piss, I get nervous. That's what happens. My manager recently booked me in Utah. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Utah. It's a 4-letter word, trust, okay? I was in Utah for 3 days. I didn't see one black person for 3 days. That's a long time. Not a Filipino, nothing, okay? I got a manicure. There was white people doing nails. What the fuck? Look, even the Asian people are clapping. What the fuck, right? I didn't see like one black person. I was afraid to go out. I was like sitting in my hotel room watching black sitcoms trying to feel safe. Like I was in the corner of my hotel room all vulnerable. I'm like, that's so Raven. Like it's crazy. I didn't see one black person until my last night there. I was eating in a restaurant and I saw this fat black man cooking in the kitchen. I know, go figure, right? Okay, you don't get that. And the kitchen door opened a little bit and him and I made serious eye contact. What? And we were like, you. Then the kitchen door closed and I was like, pressure! Then I ran away crying with a bucket of chicken. You're adorable. Okay. I just moved to LA like about a year ago from New York City. I moved here obviously to get a job on television. Thank you. Before I started looking old, for real. Or to get a job, before I started looking like Kim Coles. What? Thank you, 3 people with TBS. Keep your head up. What? It's crazy. And when I first moved here, I moved to a very charming neighborhood. I got a 2-bedroom with like a bathroom and 2 exits and windows. I was like, oh, I'm living the life. I got a 2-bedroom in Koreatown. But the part of Koreatown I moved to, there weren't any Koreans. And my homegirls were like, what the fuck is a Koreatown like? I'm like, let me break it down, boo. It's sort of like Tijuana has gently titty fucked Korea. But it's a secret. Like, what the fuck? Like, I had to drive across the street. Like, I felt like a skinny white girl at night. I'm sorry. Now I know what that shit feels like. I couldn't sleep ever. There's always helicopters. Who the fuck are you looking for? Okay. And so I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of Koreatown because I'm too cute for the ghetto, okay? So I got a very charming loft downtown. And I love downtown. It's like New York. I get it. But here's one thing I can't get with downtown is the homeless situation. Because the homeless people in New York, I know what they want. Food, money, shelter, I got you, okay? The homeless people in LA, they don't want none of that shit. They just want to talk to my ass. They want advice or some shit. I was walking down Spring Street and this homeless brother came up to me. He was like, hey girl, hey. I'm like, hey bro, you want $1 something? Nah girl, nah. You got 2 eyes, 2 ears, and 2 lips. I was like, okay, Dr. Oz. You want some food or something? What you want? He's like, nah, girl, nah. You got 2 thighs, 2 knees. I was like, okay, Dexter. And I just walked across the street. I was like, fuck this guy, right? I'm gonna get out of here. It was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but I was like, shit could happen, right? So I was walking across the street. He's like, 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 lips. You probably got a white ass. You got a white ass, bitch. And I was like, ew, how did he know? But that's not what I said. I was like, yeah, motherfucker, my white ass is racist. Now, I don't know why I said that shit. I was pushed in a corner. I'm very defensive. My ass is the equal opportunity. Let me tell you something. I don't have a racist white ass, okay? But then, like, him and I were going back and forth, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I had to check myself. I was like, hold up, bitch. Are you arguing with a homeless guy right now? You were too cute for this shit, okay? You went to college. You got a degree. You know who your father is. You got freckles. You got it going on. Right? So I was like, fuck you, man. I'm leaving. He's like, you think you too good to talk to me? I was like, yeah, motherfucker. I got a cell phone. You can't call me. Oh, LA. Oh, LA. This year hasn't been all bad, though. A few months ago, also, I just got married. Ew! That's right. We had a wedding. The check went through. Shit is pressing. When I first got married, all my homegirls were like, oh my God, girl, let me see your bling, let me see your rock, let me see your diamond. I'm like, what are you talking about, boo? Because I have a very simple wedding band, okay? Because I'm anti-diamond. I saw this crazy documentary about these kids in Africa. Just kidding, he's broke. Homegirls are like, what's the story, girl? How'd you know this motherfucker was for life, girl? How'd you know he was the one for life? I'm like, let me break it down, boo, okay? It was like that scene in Avatar. He just put his ponytail in my horse ear, and I was like, Bill! I see you. I love it, that one guy, you with the bald head, you're like, I gotta see Avatar. My man's so cute. He's European. You're welcome. He is white. I like him anyways. He is from Holland, because if it ain't Dutch, it ain't much. Hey. I know. That's what that motherfucker says. And I am real colorblind when it comes to that shit. I have friends from all walks of life. I never felt like I was dating a white guy ever, real talk, until I had to go to the beach with his family. Okay, you know what I'm talking about? Because I've never been to the beach with white European people before, and it was a hot day in Miami, and I was like, are you guys even enjoying this shit? Because they weren't even sweating, they were like melting a little bit. I was like, what is happening? His brother came to the beach, and he came with his 2 little babies. And then after a while, he hid his little white babies in tents. I was like, is that shit legal? His baby started crying. He was drinking beer. I'm like, oh, I think your baby look a little red. 2 hours later, he was like having fun. I was like, I think your baby burning up. I've never been to the beach with white European people before. Let me tell you something. They go prepared, okay? They had sandwiches, organic teas, lotions, furniture. What the fuck? My people are Caribbean, okay? We go to the beach with rum and condoms. That is it. That's how we know. But I love interracial though because you learn so much about yourself and each other. I love interracial relationships too because I feel like 2 ugly people from 2 different races will always have a cute kid. For real. You laugh and smile and you have an ugly friend, you know what I'm talking about. You just try to fuck with my mic? He's like, fuck interracial. But you know, whether you're black, white, Spanish, you shouldn't care what color someone is, right? Thanks. Everyone else is racist? What the fuck? Doesn't think about the shit? You guys shouldn't care what color someone is because essentially we're all the same color in the dark. It's true, we just happen to taste a little different. Yay! Who's done the research? Oh, what am I, the last host standing? Fuck y'all. I get so many questions. People think I'm all types of national. I'm Jamaican and Haitian. Everyone's like, oh my God, what part of Puerto Rico is that? I'm like, what? I don't even think I look Spanish because I ain't got no kids. What? I said that. I get all types of nationalities. The new thing I'm getting is Moroccan. I've never been to Morocco, but if the ladies look like me, they must be beautiful. I don't think I look Moroccan because I'm allowed to read and I still have my clit. Shit just got real. And I get a lot of questions all the time too. People are like, oh my God. Oh, should I wrap it up?
No.
Oh, are you guys playing music? All right, I'm going I feel like I'm on acid right now. Okay. I'll wrap it up. But I get a lot of questions all the time. People are like, oh my God, girl, you're black. You're black, but how'd you get so light? Like it's a recipe or some shit. Like, oh my God, what you put in it? Because it is delicious. Shut up, start that rumor. Let me break it down, y'all. I'm black, but I got so light. It's very easy. It's called colonialism. Thank you. I thought that was too soon. And if you're curious about someone's nationality, that's cool, man. Ask me whatever you want. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. I was doing karaoke a little tipsy one night, so that's how I roll. What? And after my song, this really drunk Asian dude came up to me, and he was like, damn, girl, you know who you look like? You know who you look like? I'm like, who? He's like, Lenny Kravitz. Good night, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the show!
Yeah, Michelle BUTEAU, everybody. So funny. You guys ready for your headliner? Let me hear you. You guys ready for your headliner? Hey, I've had the pleasure of doing many shows with her. I think she's beautiful, hilarious, and amazing, and that's all you do too. And here's some of her credits. Ladies and gentlemen, she's been on Punk'd on MTV. Right? Nick Swartzen's Pretend Time on Comedy Central. And she has her own podcast called Daytime Justice, available on iTunes and Stitcher. You guys, keep those hands together for the very funny, very amazing, your headliner, Sharon Houston.
Bye, Sharon Houston.
That was super creative, right, Mai? Sharon know. I was hoping you guys would play more Lady Gaga or some Armenian date rape music. You should know your audience. Hi, I'm drinking. So hey, raspberry stoli. I decided to switch it up. Cheers. I went to vodka. I usually drink tequila. That's my thing. And I went to vodka to save on calories. And there's no joke there. I'm just letting you know. I'm just sharing my exercise and eating disorder with you. Well, it looks like the fucking white party up in here, right? Am I right? These are my people. I think Palm Springs just had their gay pride. It was yeah, of course. Somebody's like, yes, I was there. I was in a K-hole, but I was there. I love gay pride. Actually, my favorite event is Dyke March, which is the day before gay pride. Because I love the event because I love their motto. Their motto is, we're marching for lesbian visibility. Now, I think that's hilarious because if you're a woman and you look like a man, I see you. Okay? Let's not stop traffic for that shit. We don't need a parade. We're clear. It's like a sea of Mike Ditka's and John Denver's marching down San Juan Boulevard. You're horrified. You're like, what's happening? Is this the end of the world? I always say that every year that they have Dyke March, I want to sit on the sidelines, like on the parade route with a sign, so that when they come down the street and they hold up their signs that say, we're gay, I'm going to hold up my sign that says, no shit. I've got to get to CVS. That will be on the other side. I've got to get to CVS, girls. Darren was so sweet. What a complimentary intro he gave me. Everybody's been telling me how fabulous I look this evening. Thank you. Let me share my beauty secret. I'm an empty shell. That's how I maintain. I've never felt worse. I've never looked better. I cry through spin class. I like Vicodin. Anybody with me? No? I can't take it anymore. I want to kill myself. Being dead inside is the new black, so get on board, everybody. It's all the rage. It's all the rage. It's because of my occupation. You know, I have a day job. I'm in between. I'll be going back in January. I work in a very interesting genre of TV. It's called daytime court TV. Familiar? It's terrible. Oh yeah. I don't know if you watch Judge Judy or Judge Joe Brown. The people that produce those shows, that's me. That's me. It's very embarrassing to say that you work in this genre of TV because here's the hierarchy in Hollywood. It goes feature films, half-hour comedies, commercials, music videos, porn, snuff films, Jersey Shore, daytime court TV. That's where I land on the fucking food chain. It's so embarrassing. And people think that I'm paid to find really strong cases for the courtroom. No, I am paid to exploit racial stereotypes. Okay, that is my job. If I book somebody who's Japanese, you better be Japanese. You know, if you're black, you better be black. Like, I can't book a regular black person. They've got to do this. It's awful. I mean, tape days are a human shit show. I book baby daddies, baby mamas, Chewbacca from Hollywood Boulevard, miniature horses that get boners around people who menstruate. I booked a guy who legally had his name changed to Trainwreck, who works as a professional manslave and Ozzy Osbourne impersonator. You can make a living at that. It's horrifying. And people go, where do you find these fucking people? Well, they come to us. They come to us. They call our 800 line. Like when you see the show that says, if you want justice, you're not getting it. But if you want justice, call 1-800 blah blah. And I have to call them back often and say, I'm sorry, but you can't sue someone for being perpetrating. Okay, yeah. And then we also have people that research small claims, and then the small claims are sent to us, and I have to call and suss it out, see if it would be a good case, an exciting case, or as one executive producer said to me, an explosive case for our courtroom. Explosive means plaintiff used to fuck defendant and then got defendant's best friend pregnant. That's what explosive means. And I actually am going to do some dramatic interpretation for you this evening. As I chug beer, I actually got some vodka on this. This is my only copy. This is an actual letter. This is what I do. I read. It's very depressing, these daytime court TV shows. You hear a lot of sad stories to get to the funny story. Like, you hear tragic, horrible fucking things. So my game that I play with myself is, what would happen if you maybe read this in a different way to bring light to the situation? And this person wrote into divorce court. I'm not going to use his real name, but he wrote into divorce court, And I got the feeling from his, the way that from his prose that he was born in 1865. Okay, so that's what I did. I'm sitting at my desk and I'm like, I'm gonna read this like this guy. So I'm gonna read it to you like this guy, and we'll have some dramatic interpret. Can we lower the lights a little bit? Can I get some? Okay, that was perfect. Okay, give me some Western music. Okay. Okay, this will be fun. Here we go. This is what I do to keep from killing myself at the office. Okay, something like someone's gonna shoot up a saloon or something, and then they're coming in, and they're gonna go, yeah, fuck you, that kind of stuff. Here's the saloon door. All right, a little more depressing than that, man. I want to confront the coward Judge Michael Johnson of Pasco County, Florida, and her lying coward lawyer Tyrone Smith of Palm Harbor, Florida. He needs to be held accountable for destroying me and financially, which is in turn putting a strain on my relationship with my 3 boys, among other things. My ex now states to our children that I was a bad dad. She had 2 children with me after she knew she had no love for me. She cheated on me and then told everyone I cheated on her. Then the judge gives her everything, even more than I can afford. I cannot survive my state of indebtedness. I swear that I did everything right. Now I just want to run. My head feels like it will explode at any moment. How do I stop thinking about retaliation? Totally stupid. So that's what I do. I'm quiet in my cubicle, but this is what I'm imagining in my head. I'm like, and then, like in a normal situation, the person would go pow, pow, pow. In my cubicle, I go like this. That's what I do. I have a very distinct skill set from working in this genre of TV. I can tell how many teeth you have in your mouth with a simple conversation. But I was, and by the way, if you don't have teeth, I'll buy them for you. We do provide teeth for people on the show, as long as it doesn't go over my budget of $2,000. They're not permanent, but they will look good on the television. So I got a call from this woman who really challenged my skill. She was really pissed off, and she had called the 800 line and found her way to my phone. So I answered, and she goes, and I just went, what? And so while trying to figure out what the fuck she was saying, it became like an episode of the $100,000 Pyramid. And I'm like, oh, you want to crochet? You want a pas de bourrée? You want to get away? You want to fly away? And then it finally hit me. I went, oh, wait, you want to see your brother-in-law for a buffet? And she went, buffet. I literally threw my headset off and popped my head out of my cubicle and went, it's a buffet! She was fucking sued for a buffet! I got it! I win! Or did I lose? Yeah, it's a very interesting thing. When I call people back that have called us, there's always a lot of weird stuff going on in the background, too. So another game that I like to play at work is guess the background noise. And it's never like a plane or a bus. It's some fucked up shit you've never heard in your life. You're like, what is happening? You know, I'm always on the phone going, hi, Loretta, I can't really hear this story about your toaster. Is that a retard playing a violin? Sorry, do you live in a community of Iranian whalers? Is that what's, is that, are you building a skyscraper out of cats? What is that? You know, you guys are all on disability, but you're up to something. They're all on disability, you guys. That's why I take Vicodin at work. I start at about 11 a.m. with half a Vicodin and 2 ibuprofen, and then I try to wait till 4 to take the other half. It's a really, really strange thing, you know, and people, you know, people always say, you know, what's the most exciting, or what's the most exciting part of the job, and what most people respond to is when we prepare people for the courtroom. It's you have to get them all hyped up about something that has nothing to do with the case. So you're exploiting all the personal relationships, and you have to get them really angry before you go into the courtroom. Now, a lot of people have different techniques on how they prep litigants. Some people like to say, I'm gonna lose my job if you don't fight in that courtroom, so I need you to really bring it. Other people rehearse with them and have them just say the story back and say it back. I like to take them back to the very moment that they got so mad that they took their last $35 and they took 3 different forms of transportation to go file a claim at the small claims office for $150. So first I walk in the plaintiff's dressing room and I go, LaTanya, you remember when Tyrone borrowed that $150, right? Oh yeah, I remember that shit. It was raining outside. That motherfucker called me and said, hey, I need to borrow some money. And I said, you know I ain't got that kind of money. So I said, fine, he kept asking and asking. So I said, I walked the fuck over there in the rain and gave him that goddamn money. That's right, you did. And then he said he was gonna pay you back with his tax return, right? Oh yeah, he did. He said, I'll get you back in April, girl. I'll pay you back. And did he ever pay you back? Oh hell no, that motherfucker bought an Xbox. The fuck is wrong with him, Sharon? Yeah, that's right. And not only that, didn't he fuck your sister? Oh shit, I done forgot about that shit. Now I'm mad. Great, LaTanya, I want you to keep that energy. I'll see you in the courtroom in 5 minutes. And then I Purell. There's Purell all over the set. All over it. And then I go into the defendant's dressing room and I go, Tyrone, LaTanya's crazy. Oh, hell yeah, she is. That bitch flew me all across the country, try to clown me in front of my boys. I don't know what the fuck she's thinking. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck she's thinking either, because wasn't that money a gift? Oh, hell yeah, it was a gift. Shit, look at me, I'm a gift. This is all a gift, right, huh? That's right, you are a gift. You are a gift. You would never take money and not pay it back. And wait a minute, didn't you have like a relationship with her sister? Oh shit, I fucked her sister. They should pay me another $300 for that shit, cause that bitch is ugly. Great, I want you to keep that energy, Tyrone. I'll see you in the courtroom in 5 minutes. And then I throw them in front of a judge who's so batshit crazy he shouldn't be presiding over a Pepsi challenge. Thank you. People always say, Sharon, you do black voices so well. That's because I feel like I can get away with more when I talk black. Does that make sense? Maybe not, I'm gonna explain. If you say something, I get away with doing bad things when I say things in a black voice because people think I'm kidding. So like, let's say like somebody has a really cute red dress. If you say it like a white girl and you're like, oh my God, I love that red dress, I'm gonna have to steal that from you. Your friend goes, ah. Now, if you go, oh my God, I love that dress, I should steal that shit. They go, Sharon, you're so funny. Next thing you know, the dress is missing, they never suspect me. Now you know the secret. I lost 2 grandmothers last month. I know, it's a comedy show, it's gonna be funny. But I did, it's just, you know, it's so hard when you kind of wake up and you go, oh shit, like you always wanna pick up the phone to call that elder and they're gone. And it's just, she was fucking awesome because she supported everything I ever did. My grandmother, Rena Mae, she's from Texas. And thank you, get your guns up. Oh, that's right, you're a Longhorn, never mind. I'm a Texas Tech Red Raider. Anyway, oh, are you? Oh, but you know the gun sign. Oh, Houston. Where'd you go to school? Oh, okay. Southwasted? What is this? What is that? U of H is this? Really? Oh, wait. Oh, Nyasha? Sorry. It's one of my coworkers. Nyasha and I both had a crush on the same boy, but we didn't know it. And they were all stalking him. It was very funny, but I found out his name. It's a very good kisser. All right. No, she was amazing. She was really funny because she would always call and tell me about a family tragedy like it was no big whoop. Like she would call me every Sunday and I'd say, Grandma, how are you? And she said, well, you know, I'm fine, but you know your cousin Steven? Well, he blew his head off in the barn. Damn near scared the shit out of all the cattle. It was just terrible. Well, enough small talk. How you doing? That's just fucking chit-chat for her, right? And she was always so proud of me. Like, my parents were so mad at me for moving to New York and trying to do comedy. And they were like, you know, you should be an accountant or you should do something with your life. Look at your cousins, they're married and they have careers. And then cut to like 5 years later, you know, one developed a horrible alcohol problem and lost everything, but I'm the one who makes shit decisions, right? You know, the other one married a guy with one ball and he kidnapped their baby, but I'm the asshole who moved to New York. You know what I mean? Just made no sense to me at all. And my grandmother was so great about supporting me because she said, well, honey, I know your parents are upset with you for moving to New York City and gallivanting around this town with a bunch of homosexuals, but at least you didn't marry somebody with one ball, so I'm proud of you, honey. I know, right? I didn't marry somebody with one ball. But I will say, I know I make fun of the people that I work with, but I'm a litigant. You're a litigant. I don't even know you, but you're a litigant. I could produce the shit out of you. I could produce anybody in this room, and you would be on a court show, and you'd go, after you have your case heard, you'd walk off set going, oh, what happened? And I go, me, that's what happened. I brought that out of you, and I'm sorry. You know, I make fun of people. I've made horrible mistakes. I've had boys on my cell phone bill who didn't pay the cell phone bill, and I wanted to sue them on Judge Judy for $350. I've done all this shit. I actually had the biggest litigant mistake I made. I dated a guy that I was with for 3.5 years who was living a double life. Yes, he was banging fat chicks he met on ashleymadison.com. That makes you feel really good about yourself, I want to tell you right now. Yeah, it's weird because in like you always, you know, hindsight's 20/20, and looking back, he always said, you know, we always had very vanilla sex, and I would always try to make it more exciting, and he would freak out like he was not having it, and I would say, why do we have such boring sex? And he'd say, because I want sex to be pure and innocent with you, because too many women have controlled me with sex. Number one, say that to yourself in the mirror without laughing. It can't be done. You'll fucking crack up. It's just, I can't believe I believe that shit. Second thing is I saw pictures of the women he was fucking, and they looked very controlling. Like they could control things like bulldozers, forklifts, teams of fucking Clydesdales. They were huge. I wanted to kill myself. I was so upset. I went into a 2-week haze where I just sat on my couch and chain smoked and popped Vicodin and went, what? And all my girlfriends were like, aren't you glad that they were ugly? I mean, isn't that better? And I'm like, that's not better. That doesn't make me happy. That makes me an alcoholic. You kidding me? Like, I can't have one drink, then I have to have 10. Next thing you know, I'm on all fours in some 24-year-old's apartment in Koreatown, and that's the good part. That's the good part. That's why I tell everybody, I'm like, break up with him. When they're like, I'm so sad, I'm like, break up with him, you're gonna get fucked all the time. Or maybe it's just me. Young boys like me, I don't know what that's about. I always wanna go, look at me, now look at you, are we still gonna do this? They're like, yeah, I'm like, okay. Whatever, it's fine. You know, it's funny because you think you know somebody. He was fucking a woman, he was fucking some chick who had the name Dark Chocolate. I didn't even know he liked candy. I mean, it's just like you just don't know somebody until you know them. And I didn't get like super upset about it until I went to get tested for my STDs. Then I got pissed because I actually wanted an STD. This was the first time in my life where I was, you know, like I want chlamydia, I want it all, gonorrhea, whatever else there is out there, I want that. Because I wanted a reason to unleash my rage on him. Because like him being an asshole wasn't enough. I had to have AIDS too. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to go, I'm gonna have a death sentence because of you. You know, like I had to be a fucking mess. So I got tested for STDs, and turns out the only thing I tested positive for was game. Hey, what? You better ask somebody. Tested positive for game. Can you imagine getting that call from your gynecologist's office? Sharon, this is Juanita calling from Planned Parenthood. I just calling to tell you that you tested negative on all your STDs, but you did test positive for game, so get it, girl, get it. You know, if you're not seeing nobody, you should see my brother Julio. He works at Jiffy Lubes, and he got a good job with benefits, and then you can use his benefits, and you don't have to come to Planned Parenthood no more. I love Planned Parenthood. Literally, they just have to look at your vagina. They're like, okay, here's what you got. They've fucking seen it all. You know, like everybody's like, let's raise money for Planned Parenthood so they can, you know, we can continue to like not have pregnancies. I'm like, let's raise money for them because that way I don't need anybody going in my snatch to tell me I have the clap. They just look at me. It's fabulous. I love Planned Parenthood. Is that weird that I like Planned Parenthood? All right. Okay. Thank you, darling. I starved myself and cried. I took spin class today, 24-hour fit. What, hopping? Was that a woman who said that? It's okay, it's fine. I was like, what are you, some fucking lesbian? Oh, no, you're fine. It's fine. No, I wouldn't care. You know me. I don't know if I should read this either. I was thinking about it. Well, you know, I brought all this stuff out for dramatic interp. And then I did my one dramatic interp, and I was like,
Do it.
No, I might do it. This is the one thing that I love, is that, you know, at the end of the season, because I'm going to get back to the court and then I'm going to come back to something else. At the end of the season, you know, one of my colleagues writes up everything that he's overheard in a cubicle. Oh, turn off your fucking phone. Oh, it's okay. She's like, I'm sorry. It's okay. Since you said I'm sorry, I'm not going to attack you. But if you hadn't, it would have been a problem. These people know. My crowd work is unreal. Okay, these are actual things that were overheard in cubicles at work. It just makes me laugh, but I don't know if you'll get it, but we'll see, and if you don't, then we'll stop. Okay, these are things that were actually said at work. You have chronic bronchitis. You got that bronchitis from chronic? Excuse me, is that an oxygen tank I hear? That was probably me. He shot the dog, he didn't mention that. You woke up, opened your eyes, and she was peeing on your computer? Real people, everybody. Welcome to the USA. I thought when you said kids, you meant loud screaming children. You meant your baby goats. And we had them on the show, right, Nyansha? That was your case, I think. Your dog is your wife? Do you have a video of you preaching at 16? Okay. That was mine. That was Elvis, a preacher in Central Florida. We're not doing cases right now. We're just doing commercials. I don't know who said that. This is me. I have a case. Fucks versus Dickerson. It got booked simply because of their names. Why do you sound so far away? Oh, call me back when you get out of the shower. Why would you lend somebody your wedding dress to wear to the prom? Okay, is that one? Okay, the only reason that was good is because the litigant's name was Karima Fatima something Smith. It was like Karima Fatima Shatima Smith. Okay, great. Hey, this is me, and then this is this, and then I'm gonna close. Okay. So I had a litigant that I booked, and the reason we booked it is because it was two lesbians suing each other. And one lesbian was denying she was a lesbian, so we were like, we're gonna fucking out somebody. It's gonna be fabulous. Because we all know how healthy that is, to be outed on TV, right? We love it when that happens to gay people. It's great. So I have this litigant, and she, as soon as she gets to town, she starts freaking out. She's calling me at 9 o'clock at night. I'm at a show, and she's like, I need you to send somebody to sleep with me, like a security guard, or you need to come sleep in my hotel room because I'm scared because my stepfather raped me. And I was like, oh, hell no, this bitch is not calling me at 8 o'clock at night with this bullshit when she's case 1 in the morning. So I call her back up, and I'm like, listen, it's going to be okay. It'll be fine. She goes, okay. She sleeps through the night. Next morning, she calls me up and says she's not going to do it. So I get in my car, hightail it to the motel. We tell you you're staying in a hotel, you're staying in a motel. I hightail it to the motel, the Best Western on Sepulveda in West LA. And I go into her room, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And her friend is there, and the litigant locked herself in the bathroom. The place looks like it was trashed, like they had a rave or something, and they packed a bunch of clothing like they were going on safari. Okay, they were here for a day and a half. And there were like tons of suitcases. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? So I go in, and these are my negotiation skills. I go to the bathroom door, and I knock. I go, listen, you gotta come out of the bathroom. We're gonna hear your case. It's gonna be okay. And she goes, no, I'm not doing it. And here I go, listen, we're women. We've all been raped, and we've all had at least one abortion. Just come out of the bathroom. And she said, I'm not coming. And I went, well, then you get the fuck out of here. Like, I snapped. And I was like, pack up your shit. I'm going to watch you. And you can't take any of the free things that they let you have in the hotel. I'm sorry, motel. Get the fuck out of here. It was terrible. And then it turns out she was smoking crack in the bathroom. Welcome to my life. All right. Thank you. If anybody want my job, you can have it. All right, so it's a miracle that I am still in one piece, and that I do make bad decisions, and I'm not sure why, because I do have a guardian angel that looks over me, and I just don't ever fucking listen to her, and I don't know why. It's stupid. I should listen to her. She's my bus driver from elementary school. Her name's Mrs. Washington. Like, most people have an angel on one shoulder and a devil on the other. I have a devil on one shoulder and a middle-aged black bus driver on the other. I can't even speak tonight, and I'm not even drunk. What's happening? I have a middle-aged black bus driver on the other shoulder. So, like, whenever something goes wrong, she counsels me. She's followed me through my whole life, like, keeping me on the straight and narrow, saying things like, Sharon, put that money back in your mama's purse. Stealing's bad. Don't make me stop this bus. Sharon, don't smoke that marijuana. It's just gonna make you ignorant. Don't make me stop this bus. Sharon, get out that alley and put your drawers back on. He don't love you. But I never listen. And it's funny because I feel like women like that should be in positions of power, not driving buses. Like, I feel like Mrs. Washington should be flying a plane. Because in that situation, there would never be a hostage happening, you know? The second somebody starts some shit on that plane, you're gonna hear Mrs. Washington go, excuse me, Mohammed, I know you tripping coming at me with that box cutter. You better sit your OG ass down right now. I will stop the plane right here. And Sharon, put your drawers back on and get out that bathroom. He don't love you neither.